What is going on, Isles fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I want to talk about NHL insider Elliotte Friedman revealing some reasoning behind why the Islanders passed on Brendan Shanahan. So Elliotte Friedman on the 32 Thoughts podcast revealed why the Islanders passed on Brendan Shanahan. Here's the full quote. The Islanders were far down their search. They'd really settled in on Darsh. They didn't talk. They didn't have their Zoom call with Shanahan until Wednesday. The decision was basically made by then. He got hurt by the timing. So essentially what we found out is that the Islanders really liked Darsh a lot by that point, and they made their decision. That's the reason why they ended up hiring Darsh, which I am fine with. I think it's a good choice that the New York Islanders made. He has a really big background in the sport as a former player, did a lot for Tampa Bay with, the salary cap and trades and player development as the president of hockey operations there. So I know he doesn't technically have the GM title, but was very involved in what they were doing over the last 6 years in Tampa Bay. But for Shanahan, it really makes you wonder if, for whatever reason, they got bounced in the first round. Would things have been differently? Would they have hired Shanahan and then let him make the decision on who to hire as the general manager? I think they got to the point where it was clear they wanted to hire Darsh as their GM. And maybe Shanahan was like, that's not the guy that I would pick. And then it just didn't seem like a fit. I know a lot of Islanders fans were very mixed on the idea of bringing in Brendan Shanahan after his lack of playoff success in Toronto. And look, it's tough, right? I see both sides of it. Shanahan, the Leafs were consistently good in the regular season every single year. They just couldn't get over the hump in the playoffs. And part of the reasoning is Shanahan doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on the core four guys. And maybe that's the red flag, and that's the decision why, Toronto decides to move on. But specifically for the New York Islanders and their fans, those who are like, I don't want Shanahan because clearly he believed too much in that core and didn't adjust. That's a legitimate criticism of Shanahan. My hope was that he would be able to adjust and learn from his first experience with the Toronto Maple Leafs and obviously take some of the things he learned there and go, you know what, this worked really well for us, but this is where I was wrong on X, Y, and Z, and make the appropriate adjustments. While I was open to the idea of Shanahan, I didn't think it was make or break, right? Like if the Islanders didn't come away with hiring him, I didn't think it would be this like abject failure or this, just this awful thing. So I'm totally good with the Matthew Darsh hiring. I just kind of wanted to come on and share this quick update with you guys and see what you think. So let me know down below in the comments your thoughts on if the Islanders made the right decision. Should they have just said, you know what, we're going to go Shanahan and let him decide? Or are you okay with their choice in Matthew Darsh? Sound off in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new to the show, and I'll catch you next time.
If you like that, make sure to subscribe to Up the Turnpike on Patreon for more exclusive New York Islanders content.